The purpose of this short tutorial is to show you how to access the West Tisbury Historic Resources Inventory from within the Massachusetts Historic Commission website. To begin, you will need to open a browser on your computer such as Internet Explorer or Safari or Firefox. I will be pointing to areas on the screen with my cursor as I talk, so follow the cursor as you listen. The next step is to type in the web address of the database, and that is mhc-macris.net. Press return. And here we are. You can scroll down, use the scroll bar on the right to scroll down to this highlighted area. Click on it. Read this site information disclosure. Scroll down to the bottom of that page, and once you've read it, you can agree. And here we have a listing of towns in the Commonwealth, highlighted in green, that have information in this inventory. We're going to scroll down here to West Tisbury, and we're going to add it to the list. I'm going to click Next. And I'm not going to limit my search this time to any particular resource type, because I want to see everything in the inventory, so I'll click Next. Here we have all 246 inventory sheets located in the database. They're organized alphabetically by street name. And what I'd like to do today is look at one of the area sheets, the one for Lambert's Cove. This will require that you click on a PDF file and that you have Adobe Reader located on your computer. If you don't have Adobe Reader, there's a link on the town's website. And here you can see interesting architectural descriptions, historical narratives, bibliography and references, as well as a listing of all of the Lambert's Cove area historical listings. Here at the bottom of this page is a map of the Lambert's Cove area, which you can make larger by using this plus button. And if you click on this little hand, it will allow you to move around the database or around this map picture. I'm going to close out this inventory sheet and return to the main section. You can see that this is one of 17 pages of listings, and it would be very cumbersome to work our way through all 17 of those pages. There are several ways you can use the features of this database to aggregate the inventory. I'm going to use my back button on my browser to return to the starting page. Perhaps the easiest way to find a property is to do it by street name. West Tisbury is still highlighted here. And let's imagine that today I'm looking for a property on Music Street. I type the word music and next. And since this time I want just the buildings on Music Street, I'm going to click Building, add it to List, and click Next. Now we have 15 of the properties on Music Street. There's 2 pages of properties. Let's imagine that I'm searching for the old library. I could do that by looking under Property Name, or I could scroll over these thumbnail prints, and it would allow me to take a look at the buildings. Notice the contemporary properties do not have files or pictures. However, the West Tisbury Historical Commission has recently submitted information to the Massachusetts Historic Commission on these contiguous properties, and these inventory sheets will be scanned into the database in the near future. I've clicked on the PDF file. I'm going to open it up, and here you see we have 5 pages of information about the old West Tisbury Library. Here is information about its style and its builder. And here on the next page is a short history of some of the uses of the building. You can see that this sheet was completed in 1979 before the new library was built, and when this building was still being used as the library. You can print out any information that you see on these sheets by going up to File and going down to Print. Now I will close this sheet and return to the database and show you just a couple more ways that you can search. Using our back button on our browser again, we'll go back to the very beginning page. As always, one of the easiest ways to search is by street name, and so you could type in Indian Hill, if you were looking for a house on Indian Hill Road, for example. Another thing that you can do is to click on Next, and instead of doing the resource type this time, perhaps you'd like to look at architectural style. Let's imagine you have an interest in Greek Revival architecture in town. Click on Greek Revival, add it to list, and click Next. And here you can see that we have a listing, 3 pages actually, of information about houses in town that are in the Greek Revival style. We want to do a new search in the same town. We go to West Tisbury. We click on Next. And let's imagine that this time what we're interested in is looking at buildings in town, add to list, that were built before 1790. And let's imagine that we'd like to make our primary sort this time by year built so that we can see them in ascending order. And here you can see a listing of the homes built before 1800, before 1790, here in the database. There's 3 pages of them. I hope this brief tutorial has been of assistance and that it will help you to access the historical information that has been gathered over the last 40 years. Thank you for your time.